Hi, this is Mick with SurvivalCommunity.com. Today we're going to be talking about home first aid kits. The first thing with a home first aid kit is, depending on the size and composition of your family, you're going to need different things. So there is no one size fits all first aid kit. So you need to evaluate your family's needs and base your decisions on what you're going to buy off of that. Now that being said, a good starting point for any first aid kit is the prepackaged ones. We thought for sure we could build our own first aid kits cheaper than you could buy these. Well, we wandered around the store for a while, and that turned out not to be the case. We picked up this Johnson & Johnson first aid kit for $9, and that came with everything you see here. It has over 100 different Band-Aids, which that alone will pay for the cost of the kit. And if you have kids, you know for a fact that Band-Aids are a life-save in any type of scenario, whether it be an everyday cut or bruise, or even in a life-threatening situation. Throw a Band-Aid on them, and they're back out running around like nothing happened. Alright, it also comes with a cold compress, 20 butterfly closures, which that alone, once again, pays for the cost of the kit, a survival blanket, which will run you about $5 to $7 at the camping store. It does have some sterile alcohol swabs, a couple of gauze pads, a small burn kit, and a little bit of tape, which you're probably going to need to add some more to it. They also have tweezers, which, if it's like my house, you can never find them when you need them, so a first aid kit is a pretty good place to put them. It also has a very basic guide on first aid from Johnson & Johnson's. Once again, we like to stress that you should only treat injuries based on your capabilities. So if you need to, go take a first aid class at the local community college or go online. You can find some information there. But don't try to take on the world when you're not ready to. So these kits are a pretty good deal. But there are a couple of things that we noticed that you probably need just in case some more life-threatening scenarios happen. Some athletic tape for doing splints or just as an accessory to your medical tape. Rolled gauze, which you can use for any number of things. It's sterile, so you can dress wounds with it. You can also pack it in large wounds. And we would also add extra gauze pads because these are basically the basic packaging material for any type of injury. Now, along with all of this stuff, you also need to contain some over-the-counter medications with your first aid kit. Now, these should be isolated from your normal everyday use items. That way they're there when you really need them. On that note, though, you want to stick with smaller sizes. You want to stick with something that your family can last your entire family for 72 hours. So if it's just yourself, in your pain reliever, you probably only need about 30 tablets to get you through 72 hours. Now, every adult and child over 12 years old is going to add to that number, so once again, evaluate your family. Some common things to keep in there are anti-diarrhea and anti-constipation medication, everyday cold and flu medication like NyQuil, Dayquil, also Benadryl if you have any allergies or you're prone to that kind of stuff. And then any special needs that your family may have, like an EpiPen or diabetes medication, you want to set aside 72 hours of that. Another good thing about sticking with small, like this one here, this is 99 cents. So if we were to not evaluate our first aid kit for a while, we would only be losing $1 if we let that expire. So it's not really that big of a deal. If we do notice that it is about to start, is going to come up on its expiration date, just rotate it into your normal stock of aspirin that you keep in your house, and then go ahead and replace it as needed. That pretty much covers how to build a first aid kit for your home. This is Mick from SurvivalCommunity.com. Thanks for watching.